Hi Scott, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Gilbert.
Yes, it's been a while since we last talked, and I believe things have changed for Blackstone Minerals. Maybe you can tell us more about what's happening for the refresh, new look for Blackstone.
Yeah, thanks, Gilbert. Yeah, it's really exciting news today. So that we've just completed a merger with a unlisted private company, and so it was a merger of equals. It's taken about 4 months to complete, but that's now completed. The new project that we've merged with is a copper gold porphyry project in the Luzon island of Philippines. So we're now focused on copper and gold. We will continue to progress our Vietnamese nickel asset. We're looking for partners on that asset, and we're looking at an opportunity that would mean that we would be free carried into production. And so all of our new funding and our new focus now will be on the copper gold asset in the Philippines. And it's a world-class porphyry, very high gold grades. It's a really exciting opportunity. And we just raised some money as well. So yeah, really exciting move into the copper gold space.
Yeah, let's talk a bit more about this new project that you're working on. So tell us a bit more. What's the potential there? And I believe you talk about is Philippines. So how's the Philippines in terms of the mining, sort of friendliness, jurisdiction point of view in terms of gold mining there?
Yeah, so it's a large scale copper gold porphyry. It has a significant amount of metal already in resource. So we've got a large resource of 10 million ounces of gold, and then another 10 million ounces of gold equivalent in the copper. So 2.8 million tons of copper. So it's a really large ore body, around 20 million ounces gold equivalent. And we think now is the time for the Philippines. So there's a pro mining president, Marcos. Been a successful history of Western operators in the region. So groups like B2 Gold, Oceana Gold have been very successful gold mining operators and producing gold for over decades. So yeah, we think Philippines is a great place, particularly because we've already experienced Vietnam, and so we have that understanding of how to operate in Southeast Asia, and we can bring a lot of our skills and our expertise and some of our equipment across from the Vietnam nickel asset, which we've been operating for over 5 years now. We can bring that skill set and our understanding and our experience and now use that into the Philippines copper gold porphyry project. So yeah, so we've got some real synergies with our existing operations in Vietnam.
Really exciting times for Blackstone. And you just mentioned also too about the recent financing that you have completed. Can you tell us more about this financing, use of proceeds, and who are the major shareholders that are on board this time?
Yeah, so that was we raised $22.6 million. We had a cornerstone investment from Macquarie Bank. So Macquarie is a big investment bank in Australia, and they've been very successful in picking junior mining companies very early. And so they've taken a cornerstone position. So they're sitting around 4% of the business. So that's a really big tick of approval. They've done a lot of due diligence. They're a really sophisticated mining finance team there at Macquarie Bank, and they've been very successful at picking juniors early. So they cornerstone the raise. The use of funds is really just to drill out this porphyry, this world-class porphyry. There's been about 56,000 meters already drilled. We want to drill another 50,000 meters over the next 12 to 18 months. So this asset's had a long history. It's had five different juniors, and each junior has run out of money after drilling about 10 holes. But we want to be able to drill as many as those last five juniors drilled over the last 50 years. We want to drill that again in the next 12 to 18 months. So really just going to rediscover the asset, bring the asset to the global capital markets and show the world that this is some of the best copper gold geology in the world. We think the Philippines can really match it with some of the best porphyries in South America. And we think that the Philippines is a great location, particularly with the current president and the push towards pro mining in the highest levels of government.
So let's talk a little bit about the project that you were working on before. So on the Otago project, nickel project in Vietnam. So you're now in progress looking for strategic partners or hope to advance this project. Can you tell us a bit more? How's that been progressing?
Yeah, so we've been running a joint venture partnership process for about 12 to 18 months now. We are at the final stages of that process. We have got a group that we're looking at aligning ourselves with. This is a group that may even be able to free carry us into production, which would mean that we would dilute down to a minority interest in the asset. But more importantly, it means that no further capital would be required for Blackstone. And that really allows us to then push all the new funding into the copper gold porphyry project in the Philippines, but still have exposure to nickel. We think nickel will have a good run at some point, and we will have exposure to nickel and the nickel asset, and all of that great work that we've already done will be exposed to and leveraged to that asset. But more importantly, we don't have to do any further funding because unfortunately it has been a little bit difficult to access capital for nickel. But definitely there's been a lot of interest in accessing capital, and the money that we were able to attract for copper gold is a completely different story. And unfortunately, yeah, it is all about getting the right commodity mix, as you know, in the junior mining space.
Yes, indeed. And in terms of share price, because now you're getting this new project in the sort of hot commodities market, especially in gold. And so, do you believe your Blackstone share price undervalued currently? And what sort of things that or catalysts or things that investors should be looking for? Investors are looking to potentially invest in Blackstone at this moment.
Yeah, so I suppose the way to put that in perspective, we're currently sitting at around $120 million market cap. We previously have gone as high as up to $400 million market cap on the nickel. We're now in a much more in favor commodity being copper and gold, and that very large resource base. We think that, yeah, this is an asset that's probably even better than the nickel assets that we had previously. So there's no reason why we wouldn't go to similar market cap that we achieved in the nickel, or maybe even higher. So yeah, I think there's a lot of upside here. I think we're pretty early on the junior mining cycle. I think it's been a really tough space for the last two to 3 years for the junior miners. And I think now's the time, and we've got some serious leverage to copper and gold with it was one of the biggest inventories of copper and gold on the Australian Stock Exchange.
Great to hear. I think investors who are interested in playing or following the gold space in the future, because it's going to a strong one, should be following Blackstone for now at least. There's a lot of activities will be coming up in the next 12-18 months, I presume.
Yeah, no, exciting times ahead. A lot of drilling, a lot of other exploration techniques, including geophysics, soil. So really want to rediscover this asset. It's a world-class asset. It hasn't had a good systematic exploration phase, and we're really excited to rediscover it. And yeah, it's going to be a great 12 to 18 months of drilling, exploration, excitement, and new discoveries. We think there's probably even more to be discovered there, and completely underexplored project. So yeah, it's going to be a big 12 to 18 months.
For sure. Yeah. Looking forward to all these upcoming strong good news from you. Okay. Talk really enjoying your time with us here today. Thank you for joining our program here.
Thanks, Gilbert.